Business Builder by RX BITEC สวัสดีครับคุณผู้ชมครับยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่อีก EP หนึ่งของรายการ Business Builders by RX BITEC นะครับ EP นี้นะครับเป็น EP พิเศษเลยเพราะว่าเราอยู่ที่งาน Metalex นะครับซึ่งเราจัดในวันที่ 19-22 พฤศจิกายนที่ BITEC และขณะนี้ผมอยู่ในงาน Metalex เลยนะครับในวันที่ 22 แล้วก็วันนี้เรามีแขกพิเศษนะครับซึ่งทุกๆวันที่เราทำงานเนี่ยเราไม่ค่อยจะได้พบเจอท่านเท่าไหร่หรอกเพราะว่าท่านเป็น CEO นะครับหรือว่าประธานเจ้าหน้าที่บริหารของบริษัท RX Global ซึ่งท่านบินมาจากประเทศอังกฤษเพื่อมาเยี่ยมเราและเยี่ยมงาน Metalex โดยเฉพาะแล้ววันนี้เราจะพูดคุยกันเกี่ยวกับเรื่องของงานแสดงสินค้านะครับอุตสาหกรรมงานแสดงสินค้าในฐานะที่เป็นเครื่องมือทางการตลาดนะครับแล้วก็อนาคตของงานแสดงสินค้าด้วยนะครับWelcome to the show, Mr. Hugh Jones.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So today we are going to talk about the exhibition industry,
Sure.
especially in Thailand, and also the future of the industry.
My pleasure.
So we are in the middle of Metalex. How do you like the show?
I mean, we sure are. You're in the middle of a giant community right now. It's not just a show, it's a way of being. It's businesses going on all around you. The future's being built all around you right now.
So we can you share your perspective on the vision of the exhibition as to why it still remains the marketing tool in the middle of the digital first era?
Well, I think we learned a great deal during COVID when we tried to move outside of a face-to-face interaction. How did you feel about that? How did anyone feel about that? Not great. I mean, you can do it, but there's a sense of distrust, there's a sense of dishonesty, there's a sense of intangibility. At a trade show, at an exhibition, oh, it's all very real. You get to see it, you get to touch it, I get to look at you in your eyes, I shake your hand. I think that the sense in this world where so much is digital and so much is AI, here, this you can trust, this you can feel. The future of trade shows is rising because we've had the experience of COVID and how to do it virtually, and we know how valuable it is now. The future's ours.
So it is definitely different from other digital media like social media or digital ads, right?
Sure. I think the digital media and those raise awareness. I think that's good. But in terms of consummation, execution, I'm going to give you my money for a service or a product. That's what this is for. So I think that there are plenty of marketing channels that are still valuable. But I think that the trade show is one place where you have a consolidation of spend and you know that the visitors are actually buyers who are interested in your community and in what you're selling. And that if you're going to be cutting back anything, whether it's business travel or number of people you send to a show or how you're going to spend on the radio or the television or over the internet, a trade show is sacrosanct. A trade show, you know there are people there willing to talk to you, eager to talk to you, and for them, it's their high holy holiday to come be at that show and understand what you have to sell.
So in addition to making the sales on the show floor, how does an exhibition help a company to stay ahead of the industry?
Well, it's not just a company, it's also, it's our job as a trade show organizer to help that occur. So if we have the same show year after year after year, then the show will eventually die because it's boring, no new innovation, everyone knows every exhibitor, everyone has all the old relationships. That's just a poor trade show. It's our job to look ahead 5 years and see around the corners and explain and show people what's new and different and what you should be aware of. Have you thought about this? This technology is not for sale now, but will be. And that happens in manufacturing and in health and in wellness and in jewelry and in every element of a trade show, there's always an innovation area. And every trade show that we at RX provide, you will always find in an innovator's corner. You will always see what is next. And all that is our teams working with thought leaders to ask them what's coming next, what's around the corner. It is our duty to provide that.
Speaking of innovations, what kind of innovations that you think that is shaping the future of exhibition?
Efficiency. The days where you could walk into a show as large as this with a bunch of business cards and think that through spontaneity you're going to meet the right person are over. Right? That's the 1980s. You can't do that. You need to be able to pair what I want as a visitor with what people are solving as an exhibitor, and make that interaction really crystal clear and time-stamped. So I know that I'm going to have these meetings at this time, and then based upon what I found at those meetings, now use AI to come up with the next set of 4 meetings. The first generation was plan all the meetings in advance. The next generation is plan detailed, customized meetings on the fly based upon the feedback of the meeting you just had. That's the next generation. And then show you how to get there. And make sure that the exhibitor wants to talk to you and has time for you. Everything should be choreographed. Perfect, efficient, and seamless.
So how can the exhibitions evolve from being a one-off event into a year-round communities platform?
Okay, so once I have that, the exhibition helps me understand a particular trade and a particular trust. But now that I've bought into that particular trade, I'm part of a community. I'm part of a spirit, and there's always going to be service afterwards. And so if you build a digital platform that allows that exchange of ideas, you can find something of great value. We have many examples of that. In the music community, when you buy music, you don't just buy the music, you buy access to people who like that music too. And you can talk to them about your feelings as you listen to the music. Same thing here in this trade show. There are people who care about what you care about and are finding the same things you are when you actually buy that machine tool or use that service. What works? What doesn't work? How can I figure this out? How do I import this? What do I do about customs there? And you can create whole communities that's solving the same problem together using the trade show as the beginning, not the end.
What is the role of RX in nurturing this kind of ecosystem to build a community?
Well, we take it very seriously because it's our responsibility to do something that sounds very simple, but it's not that simple. Here's what we're trying to do. What is the problem? Identify what is the problem we're trying to solve, and why is a trade show the right way to solve it? If we can identify what problem we're trying to solve around the community in whatever segment it is, and why a trade show is the reason and way to solve it, then you've got a value proposition that can last decades. And so here at this show, we are actually solving a problem for thousands of people in a way can last for the next 20 years. This is the 39th show. It can easily last another 39 years.
I think so.
I think so.
What do you see how we can enhance the community building platform using the exhibition?
I think seamless AI, once you've created a transaction and the AI understands that I've talked to you, you've talked to me, it also knows who else has talked to you and who had the same reaction. And by putting us in the same group as a community, now I'm talking to people who had the same problem that I had. And so then the next question will be, how was the solution? How did it work for you? Well, and they'll respond back. And it's a forum. And then you can have meetups from that forum, and you can have splinter groups from that forum, and you can have subsections of that forum, and you can have smaller trade shows based upon things that come out of that forum. All of that sort of stuff is AI enabled, and it's incumbent upon us as a trade show operator to spot those trends and make sure that we provide a community and a platform where people can express themselves in a more detailed and meaningful way. That's our job.
That sounds very exciting, and
Yeah, it
there's
is.
a lot of things to look forward to in the future of exhibition.
It's more than just exciting, it's a purpose. It's a purpose, it's what drives us. We are in the business of building businesses. We're in the business of building whole cities. If a municipality calls and wants to build something, it's our job to help them build the vision of the future. And if that's a business, great. If it's a city, great. If it's a nation, so much the better. That's our purpose.
I'm sure this is what all the business owners look forward to or are looking for.
I hope so. I hope so. And if not, have them come talk to me. Because we want to listen to them. Yeah.
Yes. So we have seen, we have talked a lot about the exhibition as a marketing tool. I think in the next session, before we go into our next conversation, we'll talk about the future of exhibition in Thailand.
Great.
But let's take a walk
Sure.
a little bit
Sure.
to see
Absolutely.
the exhibition. This is the largest exhibition booth, and they have been with us since the beginning of Metalex.
Yeah, you have the Amazon.
The Amazon.
Right.
Yes.
And this is what, out of Japan?
Japan, yes.
Okay.
They've been around in Japan for 75 years, but around 40 years in Thailand. And they change their concept every year.
Look,
Ah,
There's, it says Metalex
yeah, this is
2025.
nice. They should give it to us.
They should give it to us. That's a heck of a paperweight.
Yes.
That's fabulous. Hello.
Thank you.
Oh, I like this. Come here, look. It actually says Metalex. Yeah?
It's true.
Yeah, Metalex 2025.
Wow. I wonder if every piece of work says
That's
Metalex
excellent.
in
I
the
like
machine.
that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
And they're still building. And there's some exhibitors that say that they are growing with Metalex. So Metalex helps them to find the customers.
Sure. Oh, I'm sure of it. I think business is happening all around us. All of these are new appointments. I mean, take a look at that.
Yes.
I mean, look at that.
And it's already sold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah. Good point. I mean, you and I don't happen to know what that machine does, but there are people in here who do.
So now that we've been inside the Metalex hall, what do you think of the show?
Oh, it's one of my favorite shows. It's certainly the jewel of our crown here in Thailand. It brings together so many different thought leaders, policymakers, exhibitors, buyers. It's really a great example of what's best about the show business and about the show in particular. It also shows what Thailand can do, and that's really quite powerful.
That's great. That's great to hear. Thank you for being here at Metalex. So in terms of the exhibition platform itself, do you think that it can be more than a commercial platform? Can it help global challenges?
Oh, I think it is probably one of the keys to solving global challenges. Consider, it's not simply that buyers and sellers meet together to transact. You have policymakers, innovators, futurists. It's a place where what I'll call high heat moments can occur, moments that you won't see anywhere else except at this show. Consider, this is one of the reasons why we do conferences around shows, because we have thought leaders and the people who come to the shows want to hear from them. It's not only about buying and selling physical things, it's also about understanding new ideas and seeing around corners.
So as the outgoing president of UFI, what's your vision for the exhibition industry in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I think there are three elements at UFI that I based my presidency on. One was advocacy, in that I think that people sometimes feel that our shows are about filling restaurants and filling hotel rooms and then something happens in a convention center. But that's not really what happens. What really happens is the transactions and commerce that occur at a show build entire cities. The knowledge flow that occurs within the walls help people understand the future of what awaits. We are way more important than people believe, and so advocacy, we need to advocate for ourselves. We are the E in MICE, but we are incredibly important in terms of building the future Earth that we want to live in. I also think that as we do that, the second platform is sustainability. We are carbon consolidators. That is, you can take one flight or a drive to a show to meet 10 people rather than 10 flights to meet 10 people. So as long as we're thoughtful about how we power the venues, how we reuse stands and reuse things again and again, and even simple things like plastics and carpets, how we're mindful about when we use them and why, I think we can really be helpful for the global economy. And the third element I see in the future is talent. If you think about it, people frequently in the exhibitions world fall into this world. They don't go to universities thinking, I'm going to enter the exhibition space, and that's too bad. Now, it's true that we have some wonderful, wonderful people who help us throughout the world in exhibitions. But really, the louder we make sure people understand that we exist, the more talent we will get into the industry. And that's something that we should look forward to. It's a wonderful place to be.
So especially in Thailand, in ASEAN, and what do you think about Thailand's role in the exhibition industry within ASEAN?
Well, Thailand has an incredible opportunity in front of it. As the CEO of a large exhibitions company, it's not simply about the venue. The venues need to be clean, sustainable, well-run, honest, abide by rule of law, and above all, ensure health and safety. All of that has to occur. But at places like this, it does. We're at BITEC today. But Thailand itself is a cultural extravaganza. And so you're selling more than simply a venue. You're selling an entire culture that the whole world wants to understand. So whether it be dance or art or food or vision or tourism, Thailand is rich. And if you think about the world's best venues, the ones that everyone flocks to, it's never only about the venue. It's about the city or the country that people get to go see. And so I think with Thailand, consider that most of the shows in Thailand are still heavily Thai-based. Let's change that. Let's use the show as a welcome mat, as an invitation to the world, because Thailand has an awful lot to say to the world, and a show's a great way to say it.
So we have a lot of opportunities. What opportunities of Thailand that you think that they can enhance the role of this country in the exhibition sector?
I think that Thailand has some terrific opportunities in things like emerging tech, emerging EV, electric vehicles, electricity storage, crypto, AI, and health. So I think that in those areas, health, longevity, wellness, I mean, the history of Thailand is replete with great examples of all of everything I just mentioned. And I think that they can build upon that to build some great international leading shows.
You were talking about wanting Thailand to become more international.
I do.
How can the country leverage its strengths to attract more international exhibitors and visitors?
I think it's important to make sure that Thailand ministers go outside of Thailand and make sure that people understand that Thailand is here to host on a world stage. Like, throw the doors open. Make sure that there are visa lines that work very quickly. It's easy to get things through customs so that we can sell them or at least show them at exhibition halls. And I think that the idea that Thailand is open for business not only to the surrounding nations, but also Latin America, Australia, and the West, United States and Canada, I think that would be a very welcome message.
For the Thailand's policymakers and industry leaders, what advice do you have for them to leverage its exhibition profile?
Let exhibition organizers know what your strategic direction is. What areas do you want to invest in the country? And then let us help you. So if you want to invest in a particular segment, you should let us know and let us partner with you, and we'll bring the shows to you if you'll support the shows. And so therefore, it's a win-win. We'll help you build what it is you're trying to build. After all, we are in the business of building businesses. We're in the business of building cities, and we're in the business of building whole countries. Just let us help you.
That is great advice. I think we are gonna go up to the catwalk of BITEC to see the whole entire area of Metaverse.
Let's do it.
So Hugh, what excites you the most about the future of exhibition?
Oh, I think that the blending of digital technology and human-to-human interaction, that blending is a explosion of trust and of capitalism at its finest. I think together it can build whole cities, and I think it can show the world the future right at a trade show and through 365 days a year.
So do you have any final thought or advice for the industry leaders considering exhibition as one of their marketing tools?
Yeah, it is one of their marketing tools, but I would argue it's the most powerful marketing tool they have. Do not underestimate the power of a trade fair. It is, in fact, the place where trust exists. You look people in the eye, you shake their hand, you touch the product, you see how it works. You can't do that on a screen. Significant interactions happen here that can't happen any other place on the planet. It's also a great place to consolidate the carbon. One trip solves 10 meetings, not 10 trips. Why not spend your time here? You're going to build a city with us? Let us help you.
Thank you so much, Hugh.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
วันนี้ก็ถึงเวลาแล้วที่เราจะสรุปกันว่า exhibition หรือว่างานแสดงสินค้าเนี่ยเป็นหนึ่งในเครื่องมือทางการตลาดนะครับที่ทุกท่านควรจะนึกถึงเวลาที่อยากจะทำการประชาสัมพันธ์หรือว่าออกตัวเปิดตัวสินค้าใหม่ๆนะครับก็ให้นึกถึง exhibition หรืองานแสดงสินค้านะครับแล้วก็ RX หรือว่า RX BITEC เนี่ย ก็พร้อมที่จะ build the business for your business หรือว่าสร้างธุรกิจให้กับทุกๆท่านนะครับและติดตามนะครับ EP ต่อไปว่าจะเป็นแขกรับเชิญคนไหนนะครับกับรายการ Business Builders by RX BITEC นะครับใครอยากจะฟังหัวข้ออะไรนะครับหรือว่าประเด็นไหนเนี่ยเขียนคอมเมนต์มาด้านล่างได้เลยนะครับแล้วก็อย่าลืมกดไลค์กดแชร์กด subscribe กันเยอะๆนะครับวันนี้ผมต้องลาไปก่อนนะครับกับฮิวโจนส์ครับสวัสดีครับบ๊ายบาย
Bye.